The widely used open source platform for home automation known as Home Assistant has now made available the long-awaited upgrade for the month of July 2023. The 2023.7 version promises to improve the user experience by delivering a more streamlined and user-friendly interface for smart homes, and it comes loaded with a variety of exciting new features and enhancements. In this video, we will go into the specifics of newly added capabilities and investigate how consumers might profit from using them. Dashboards are an essential component of Home Assistant, allowing customers to monitor and manage the connected devices in their homes. The 2023.7 version brings a number of modifications to dashboards to enhance usability and accelerate the customization process. The functionality to copy and paste text is one of the most noticeable additions to this update. This capability was initially launched for automation, but it has since been extended to dashboards as well. As a result, users now have the ability to swiftly duplicate cards and more efficiently build out of their dashboards. In addition to this, cards on the dashboard now have numbers next to them, which indicate where they are located within the layout. This eliminates the need for laborious manual modifications, making the process of reorganizing cards simpler for users. All they have to do is enter a new number to modify the position of the card. An additional feature that deserves mention is the F-Assist card, which gives users the ability to place a help button anywhere they like on their dashboard. This button, which can initiate assist actions, provides an easy method to engage with the voice assistants and control many areas of the smart home. The ability for services to reply with information is undoubtedly one of the most fascinating new capabilities made available in the 2023.7 release. Historically, calls to a service were unidirectional, meaning that users gave the service instructions on what to do. Nevertheless, this version brings a capacity for two-way communication, which enables services to provide data in response to requests made by users. Even while not all services now offer this capability, two services, namely the chat process service and the calendar list event service, are already compatible with one another. When services are able to provide information in response to requests, it opens up new doors for more sophisticated forms of engagement and automation. For instance, users can now leverage the calendar service to acquire a list of forthcoming events and provide that information to third-party services, such as ChatGPT. ChatGPT can summarize the events and send notifications or text-to-speech announcements to the users. This connectivity across services makes it possible to create a smart home ecosystem that is more dynamic and intelligent, giving consumers the ability to automate complex operations and obtain useful insights. Home Assistant offers voice-triggered automation in the 2023.7 version as part of the Year of the Voice theme. This feature gives customers the ability to set specific phrases or words that, when uttered by a voice assistant, will trigger automation. This upgrade makes the experience of using a smart home easier to understand and more hands-free by closing the gap between voice instructions and their corresponding actions. Users may now quickly set up speech-triggered automation, which enables them to control numerous parts of their smart home with the simple voice commands. This functionality enables a vast number of possibilities for the voice-controlled automation scenarios to become available. For instance, users can construct automation that responds to the phrase "good night" by turning out all of the lights, locking all the doors, and adjusting the temperature accordingly. Additionally, users have the ability to create several phrases for single automation, which provides them with increased flexibility and enables them to have more personalized interactions with their smart home. Voice-triggered automation is a further enhancement that further improves the natural and seamless integration of voice assistants into the ecosystem of home automation. In earlier releases showing static photos in Home Assistant, such as camera snapshots, needed workarounds utilizing camera entities, this new feature dedicates an entity type specifically to photographs. On the other hand, the 2023.7 version introduces a distinct entity type, particularly for photos, enabling a solution that is simpler and more user-friendly. This update makes the process of displaying static images within the system more streamlined, which eliminates confusion and ensures consistency. Users now have an easier time displaying photographs, which improves the smart home's overall depiction of its surroundings visually. The 2023.7 release also includes a number of additional noteworthy changes and enhancements. The integration dashboard, which had been redesigned in the prior edition, will now get additional adjustments based on input from users. The goal of these enhancements is to make the UI more user-friendly and streamlined, as well as to make it easier to understand how to manage integration. In addition, scripts now have the capability to generate new scripts based on blueprints, which offers a more streamlined approach to the construction of automation and increases reusability. This release includes a number of bug fixes as well. As enhancements to Matter's overall speed, the Matter is a new networking standard for smart homes. These enhancements include quicker device detection, shorter startup times, enhanced state updates, and improved logging. The purpose of this project is to make sure that users who use Matter-compatible devices inside of their smart home setup get an experience that is more streamlined and reliable. Additionally, this release includes a number of comparatively minor updates and enhancements. Users now have the ability to change the time zone associated with their user profile, which makes it easier to manage instances located in several countries. ESP Home is a well-known integration for controlling ESP-based devices, has just added support for alarm control panels, which broadens its scopes of capabilities while also increasing its adaptability. The Home Assistant interface with Apple TV now supports deep connections, which enables users to run applications directly within Home Assistant. The incorporation of an Assist tab inside the developer tools aids in the process of sentence parsing while using Assist and makes it simpler to communicate with voice assistants. In addition, the Roborock integration provides consumers with additional control over the robotic vacuum by adding cleaning area sensors and do not disturb switches. The 2023.7 version adds 5 new integration to the Home Assistant ecosystem. Notably, the integration of Lock Smart Locks offers a streamlined method for controlling and monitoring smart locks within the context of the Home Assistant interface. The Dremel connection enables users to remotely manage Dremel 3D printers, providing enthusiasts with an increased degree of convenience and versatility than was before available. With the addition of this new integration, Home Assistant now supports an even wider variety of devices and services, all of which can be merged without any hassle. Reviewing the breaking changes in each new release is essential in order to gain an understanding of how these changes may affect previously saved configurations. Even if the 2023.7 release only has a short list of breaking changes, it is still a good idea to search the release notes in order to have a complete picture of what has changed. The establishment of the policy regarding the deprecation of the YAML configuration is one of the significant changes included in this edition. Because of this policy, any YAML configuration options that the Home Assistant team decides to take out of future versions will first be marked as deprecated for a period or at least half a year before they are finally eliminated. Users now have the ability to select the time zone that the Home Assistant will use to display time, which is a big new innovation. Users now have the ability to select the time zone that Home Assistant will use to display time. People who live in a time zone different from the one their Home Assistant server is located will find this functionality especially useful. Home Assistant ensures that all time-related information, including timestamps and schedules, is known appropriately and in sync with the user's local time by allowing users to pick the time zone in which they would want to see their information displayed. By delivering a simpler and more individualized user interface, this improves the quality of the user experience as a whole. That's all for today. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more home automation videos, subscribe and leave a comment. Saying I subscribed, I'll personally reply to your comment. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.